Hi students, welcome to Plus One Computer class. So we are completed the chapter Functions in C++. So we are going to begin our new chapter, that means our 11th chapter, Computer Network. In this video we are going to start our 11th chapter, Computer Networks, and the need of computer network, why we are using computer networks, and the advantages of network, some of the key terms that we are using in computer network and data communication system. That means we are going to discuss the basic of computer network. So we are going to start our 11th chapter. What is the chapter name? Computer networks. Computer network. Computer network means we already completed our practical section. That means our practical chapters. By functions, we are concluding all our C++ programming section in our plus 1 syllabus. The remaining section we will discuss in plus 2. Then, the next chapter, that means our 11th chapter was computer network. So, we know in smaller classes, we are studying about different types of network. LAN, MAN and WAN. LAN means local area network. We can connect all the computers in a room or in a building. Then it will be treated as local area network. Then metropolitan area network or MAN. Metropolitan area network or MAN. That means a city we can connect. Then the last one was wide area network. Wide area network means we are connecting the computers all over the world. That's why it is known as wide area network. Example for wide area network is WWW. WWW known as World Wide Web. So in any of the website address we can find the first part will be WWW because it is belonging to WAN. That means wide area network category. Okay, so here network means interconnecting computers are known as network, or interconnection of computers form network. Then World Wide Web we can connect network to form internet. So internetworking of computer form internet. So nowadays in every field we are using internet. Without network we can't do any of the operation. For example, suppose you want to take some of the money. So if bank time is not, if that time is not bank time, that means it's not bank working time, then we can go to any of the ATM. We can take money from ATM using our ATM card. But in different places, so many ATM counters will be there. So all these are interconnected using network. So the same bank network are used to connect different ATM send or ATM counters using same network of a particular bank. So network means the interconnection of computers or different nodes is known as network. Okay, clear? So that is the speciality of computer network. Then why we need computer or why we need computer network? Is there any special purpose present for computer network? Yes. Is there any requirement? What are the requirement for computer network? So normally interconnection of computer form network. So we can connect one or more computer together to form a network. For example, if this is a computer and this also a computer, we can connect both these computers together through a cable. Okay, through a cable we can connect. So this through a cable we can send and also we can receive data. We can send and also we can receive data. Okay, send and receiving means we can send any kinds of data. It may be an image file, audio file, video file, which kind of file is that? We can send that file and the receiver. We can also receive that file for both purpose, two-way application for sending and also for receiving. So normally we are using computer network for communication purpose. So first we will discuss what are the different advantages of network. What are the different advantages of network? The first advantage is resource sharing. Resource sharing. Okay, because we can share same printer. For example, if 10 computers are present in a network, we can share same printer to that 10 computers. Okay, we can connect that printer to the server. So anyone can take printout from that printer. Okay, that means it is known as resource sharing. The sharing of available hardware and software resources in a computer network is known as resource sharing. For example, content of a DVD placed in a DVD drive of one computer can be read in other computer. Similarly, other hardware like hard disk, printer, scanner, etc., all these hardwares we can share among different computers. So that is known as resource sharing. Then second one is price performance ratio. Price performance ratio. Price performance ratio means, suppose you want to send a message from one place to another. We can easily attach it through as an email and we can send it from one place to another. You don't want to travel to that particular place. So we can save our traveling cost. So that is known as price performance ratio. One can easily share the resources available in one computer with other computer. Then I already mentioned we can make use of same printer. If 10 computers are connected, we don't need 10 printers. We can use a single printer and the printer we can share with different computers. So that also it will reduce the cost. Then the cost of purchasing licensed software. We can make use of a single software by different computers. So software also we can share. Then this will least affect the performance of such resources and lead to considerable savings in cost. So we can save travel cost, purchasing cost. Okay, these all we can save using computer network. Then the third advantage is communication. Third advantage is communication. So many communication softwares are available. We can make use of it. Example, Gmail. Suppose you want to send a letter to different country, we can use Gmail service. Then for online chat, we can use video conferencing. So many options are available. Nowadays, we are using digital platform for online education also. So in that time also, there are different types of platforms are available for communication. According to the data, we are using the platform. If you want to send a letter, we can use Gmail. Suppose if you need a online conference, then we can use Google Meet. Zoom also available. If the number of users are big, then instead of Google Form or Google Meet, we can use another platform. Okay, so these all are belonging to communication. Then reliability. Reliability means nowadays we can use internet using our mobile phone also. So that means it is very reliable to the customers or it is very reliable to the user. From anywhere, from any place we can access internet. Okay, so that is reliability. It is possible to replicate or backup data information in multiple computers using network. Then one more advantage is suppose you want to save your personal data, you can maintain as external hard disk. Then we can save all our important data and information into that particular hard disk. Then whenever you need, we can make use of that hardware or hard disk. Okay, so these all are belonging to, that means every time network will be reliable. These can be retrieved from other computer in which they saved in the case of disaster. If any kinds of system crash is coming, we can recollect all the data. Then the last one was scalability. Scalability means we can increase the number of nodes. Okay, we can increase the number of nodes and also we can add and remove nodes in a network. Okay, there is no restriction. Easily we can add different nodes into computer network. So these are the different advantages of network or why we need computer network. To fulfill all these advantages, we are using computer network. The first one was resource sharing. Second one, price performance ratio. Third one, communication. Fourth one, reliability. And fifth one, scalability. Okay, so these are the advantages of computer network. Then we are going to discuss some of the key terms of computer network. Okay, some of the key terms. Key terms or some of the basic terms that we are using only in network. The first term was bandwidth. Okay, bandwidth means actually this is a measurement. For example, suppose we are accessing a web page through your mobile phone. We just type the URL and click on the search button. If your net is very fast, or net connection is unlimited, or it's very it produce speed recovery, or it's very speed, or you have a very speed net connection, then in seconds we will get the response. Okay, if you are sitting in a place, in that place there is no range for that particular service, or which internet service we are using, there is no range, then what will happen? We will get the web page, but not immediately after searching. We will get it after some times. Okay, after some time we will get the web page. That means in the first case we are getting web page in very fast manner, but in the second case we are getting the web page, but it takes some amount of time. So we can say that the first connection or the first process have high bandwidth and the second process have less bandwidth. Less bandwidth means according to which format we are getting the response from the server. It's belonging to, or we are measuring the speed of your data transfer, or data connectivity is based on bandwidth. Okay, bandwidth measures the amount of data that can be sent over a network. Actually, it is used for measuring the amount of data that can be sent over a network. Then imagine that, for example, in your textbook one real life example is given. When you are in a road, okay, the bigger the road, then definitely the more will be the number of vehicles. If the road is big, or if you are passing through a national highway and all, then definitely the number of vehicles will be very big. Then there will be chance of traffic block. Definitely there will be chance of traffic block. That means moreover the traffic here is faster than on a narrow road. On narrow road the traffic is likely to be congested. Okay, if it is a small road, then definitely traffic will be congested. If the road is big, then what will happen? There will be less chance for network traffic. Then we can say that the bandwidth is a bigger road is higher than the narrow road. Okay, the bandwidth is higher than in bigger road. That means if the size of the road is bigger, then there is less chance for traffic block. But if the road is very small, then there will be chance of traffic block. So can relate it with bandwidth. That means bandwidth describes the maximum data transfer rate between the sender and receiver. That means through the computer network. Maximum amount of data transfer through computer network. In digital system, bandwidth is measured bits per second. BPS. Number of bits per second. The number of bits transferred in a network per second. So the measurement will be in BPS format. If the bandwidth is more, the data transfer faster. Okay, if the bandwidth is more, then the data transfer faster. That means bits are transferring faster. The large amount of data can be transferred within a particular time span across the network. For example, internet connection via cable modem may provide 25 Mbps of bandwidth. 25 Mbps. Okay. Digital, here one example is given, internet connection via cable modem. Okay, nowadays so many other services are also available, but here your textbook is older, that's why here it is mentioned 25 Mbps. 25 Mbps means 25 Mbps megabits per second. Okay, so through cable modem. Okay, Then, so the bandwidth is a measurement per second, the number of bits transferring through computer network. So the measurement unit will be bits per second. So more higher the bandwidth, then the network will be faster. Then the second key term that we are using is noise. The second bandwidth that we are using is noise. Here noise means if two wires, normally if you are interconnecting computer, then you want to use so many wires for connecting one computer to another. Then for LAN connection also we require some amount of wires, cables. And actually noise means this is an unwanted electrical energy generated through network. Okay, noise is an unwanted electrical or electromagnetical energy that lowers the quality of signal. For example, if we are transferring data through analog, for example, if you are taking connection through telephone network, then automatically it will be in analog format. Okay, analog data will be there. Analog data is converting into digital data. Then, if so many wires are interconnected, then what will happen? It will reduce the frequency of the signals. Okay, frequency of signal, and also it will reduce the quality of the signal. So that means instead of clear voice, we are getting some, that means some kinds of disturbances will be there. Okay, that means reducing the quality of signal. It is because of noise. Okay, it is an electrical or electromagnetical energy that lowers the quality of signal. It occurs from nearby radio transmitters, motor and other cables. The transfer all type of data including text, programs, images, whatever it is, it will affect the quality of signal. For example, if you are receiving a picture, some files are missing, then we can't open that picture. Then it will reduce the quality of that particular picture. Then one more key term is present, that is known as node. Any device connected to internet is known as node. If you are connecting your computer through a LAN connection or to an internet connection, then your computer will be treated as node. Okay, the definition is that any device which directly connected to the internet is known as node. It may be a mobile phone or it may be a computer, scanner, printer, etc. Any of the device that is directly connecting to internet is known as node. So these are the some of the key terms that we are using in computer network. First one is bandwidth, to measure the data transfer speed. The unit is BPS, bits per second. Then noise, the electrical or electromagnetic, unwanted electrical or electromagnetic energy that lowers the quality of signals is known as noise. Then any of the device directly connected to internet is known as node. So these are the different key terms that we are using in computer network. Then we are going to start our first topic, data communication system. Data communication. Data communication system. What is happening in data communication? Actually, in data communication, there will be two nodes. The first one will be treated as sender. Second one, receiver. Sender and receiver. Then we can connect sender and receiver through a communication medium. So what is this? This is known as communication medium. Communication medium. So a data communication consists of three terms: sender, receiver and communication medium. So we will discuss what are the different parts of data communication. First one will be sender. Sender means it may be the computer or device that is used for sending messages. The computer or device that is used for sending messages is known as sender. Then what about the receiver? Again, just opposite. device or a computer or a device that is used for receiving messages. The computer or device that receives the messages is called receiver. And through communication media, what we are transferring? We are transferring messages. Okay, what we are transferring? Messages. That means it is the information to be communicated. Information to be communicated. It may be text file, audio file, video file. It may be different types of messages that we can transfer from sender and receiver. Then next one, communication medium. Okay, the medium through which the data is transferring. So there will be boundary. Only through that boundary we are transferring messages. So communication medium can be two types: wired transmission and wireless transmission. We can use wires for connecting two devices. Otherwise we can use unguided media like wireless, Wi-Fi, then the different terms we can use. Then one more is present, that is known as protocol. Protocol means according to the rules. Actually, protocol means these are the rules for a particular operation. So protocol rules under which the message transmission is taking place is known as protocol. So the data communication method can be divided into different categories. First one was message. Message means the data to be communicated between the sender and receiver. It may be text file, video file, audio file, it may be any of the file. Then after that require a sender. Sender means it may be a computer or device that used for sending messages to server or to the receiver. Then receiver, again it may be a computer or a device that receives data from sender. Then it require a communication medium for transferring data. Then one more it is required, that is called protocol. Protocol means set of rules that specify the working of data transfer or transferring messages from sender to receiver. Okay, so these are the basics of data communication. Then after that we will discuss about different types of communication medium, guided medium and also unguided medium. So that we will discuss in the next video. So these are the basics of computer network. So again we will revise the topics that we studied. We started our 11th chapter, computer networks. Then we discussed about what is meant by computer network, interconnection of computers form computer network. Then why we require computer network? What are the advantages of computer network? Okay, what is it? Communication, resource sharing, price performance ratio, scalability, reliability. These all are different advantages of computer network. Then after that we discussed about the basic terms or key terms present in computer network. The first term was bandwidth. Bandwidth, actually it is a measurement for transferring data. The unit is BPS or bits per second. Then after that, noise, unwanted electrical or electromagnetic energy that lowers the quality of signal. Then third one was node. Any device directly connected to computer network is known as node. And also we discussed the basic concept of data communication: sender, receiver, message, then communication medium and also protocol. Then you want to write one question in your notebook, that is as a homework question. Define bandwidth, and also you want to list and explain the advantages of computer network. So hope you understood the basic concept of computer network. The remaining section, next section was data communication medium, that we will discuss in the next video. Okay then, thank you.